They say every great journey begins with a single step. But for the automobile industry, that journey began with a small, peculiar-looking machine that changed the world. Picture this, it's 1901. The world is still getting used to electricity. Horses dominate the streets. Carriages rule the roads. And then, out of nowhere, comes this rattling, puffing contraption that looks like a buggy, but without the horse. That's the 1901 Curved Dash Oldsmobile, the car that brought America into the automotive age. This wasn't the first car in the world, but it was the first to be mass-produced on an assembly line. That makes it a legend. It was the Model T before the Model T, created by Ransom E. Olds, the man whose name would go on to form Oldsmobile. This car was light, affordable, and ready for the average American. That's what made it revolutionary. Before this, cars were handcrafted luxuries. Each one a bespoke machine for the wealthy. But the Curved Dash flipped the script. It was meant for everyone. Let's talk about its look, because you can't miss it. Imagine a Victorian-era carriage, stripped of the horse, then given a soul powered by gasoline. The curved dashboard is what gave it its name, a beautiful sweeping piece of wood that arcs outward like a mustache. It's elegant, almost artistic, crafted from laminated oak, giving it a warm, handcrafted feel. That dash wasn't just for show, either. It helped deflect mud and debris kicked up by the front wheels. Functional and stylish. The rest of the body is incredibly simple. Black bodywork, open sides, a high stance on spindly wooden wheels with white rubber tires. There are no doors, no windshield, and certainly no seatbelts. Safety was, well, let's just say it was optional in 1901. But that minimalism was what made it so light and easy to produce. The entire car weighed just 700 pounds. That's less than most modern motorcycles. Climb into the driver's seat, and you're in for a surprise. You're not greeted by a dashboard full of dials. There's no key to turn. No gearshift as we know it. Instead, you've got a tiller for steering, basically a handlebar sticking out of the floor. You move it left or right to turn. And instead of a gas pedal, there are a series of levers that control throttle and ignition timing. It feels more like piloting a boat than driving a car. Starting it up? That was a ritual. First, you'd prime the engine. Then you'd go to the front and give the crank a spin. If you were lucky, it would roar, or rather, puff, to life. The engine itself was a single-cylinder, 95.4 cubic inch flathead producing a whopping 5 horsepower. That may sound like a joke today, but back then, it was plenty. Enough to reach speeds of around 20 miles per hour. Thanks for riding with us through time. If you enjoyed this look at the 1901 Curved Dash Oldsmobile, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a moment from the past or future of heavy machines. Catch you in the next one.